everyone, I'm Sadie Ward. We're all really sad that we can't do the St. Paul art crawl this year, but we'll just take it digital. There's no reason that we can't just talk about our artistic process right here online. So I'm very excited to be one of the artists making a portrait to celebrate these amazing women in this exhibit. I am doing a Brart portrait. I'll get into Brart in a moment, but of Anna Dickie Olesen. She's the first woman that was nominated to run for Senate by a major political party. She was from Minnesota. Holla, let's, be proud of that for a second. And so when I was reading all of the accomplishments of the women that are being featured in this exhibit, the first thing that came to my mind was, wow, these women did this while wearing like corsets or at least something significantly less comfortable than what we wear these days. So my mind, of course, jumped to, well, clearly the best way to commemorate Anna Dickie Olesen is to get a bunch of bras donated and cut them up and then put them together like mosaic style and make her portrait. I have always believed that the message is in the medium when it comes to art. So, really thinking through what these women accomplished with the certain kinds of restrictions, just like entirely different like social norms at that time, around clothing and various things like that, to think of what they accomplished with so much more social structure in place is what I hope that everyone sees when they realize that my portrait is made out of bras. But I also hope that hopefully seeing something like Brart will make you remember her name, Anna Dickie Olesen, because truly we all stand on the shoulders of everyone that came before us, and so we should really remember her name and all of the other fantastic women that are featured in the Ramsey County's exhibit. All right, so I wanted to just kind of talk through my process for Brart. It's actually pretty simple. So I start by getting a lot of bras. A lot of bras helps you get a lot of color choices and textures. And I first start by removing any underwires. So I, of course, have a giant box of underwires right now. And then I get like little cups and different like Tupperware things to keep all the colors organized. Otherwise, it just becomes a giant confetti party. So that's all the prep, because you have to like cut the bra apart and then you have to cut it into all the little pieces. And then maybe the most important step is picking a show on Netflix that you can just like sit down and watch. I watched 2 seasons of Outlander the first weekend that I sat down and committed to this Brart. It was raining outside and I just watched that show 2 seasons back to back. It was great. And then you're, really just piecing all these little scraps of fabric together, mosaic style. So I kind of lay out a different kind of like gradient of colors. So luckily, a lot of bras come in flush tones. It was actually easy to kind of come up with, a darker shade to a lighter shade, so that I could get contours and different things like that. So I've thought of a couple of things that you could do if you just had some extra time on your hand. One, I would definitely encourage you to go to the Ramsey County Historical Society's website and definitely check out all the women that are being featured in this exhibit because it's fantastic. Another activity that you might want to consider, we actually did a great partnership with an organization called Dress for Success. They specifically give women clothes so that they can do interviews so they can get jobs. I am certain that you've probably cleared out your closet maybe like 3 times or reorganized it, but maybe do it a 4th time and do it with a purpose of donating. We'll have a donation drive going for the course of the exhibit. Please go to Dress for Success's website and follow some of their donating guidelines. It is making sure that they're gently used, different parameters like that. If you, like I said, have maybe cleaned out your closet 12 times already because of quarantine, you know what? Just go ahead and give a donation to Dress for Success. Pay it forward before the exhibit even starts. So I really hope you come to the exhibit when it opens. And to just thank you for listening to this video, I have Barbara Brontosaurus. She's my little mascot. I have covered a lot of things in bras at this point, But thank you and enjoy the rest of your quarantine.